Hi folks, as I record this video, the invasion of Ukraine is now entering its second week. Now that brings with it obviously distressing and harrowing images of life for the poor people affected by this situation. Now I have some indirect links with Ukraine through the products that I've bought over the last few years. They do seem to have a thriving manufacturing industry there, and one of the areas they have focused on and have shipped around the world is bushcraft outdoor camping products. So I have 3 items that I'm just going to run through today, and from 3 separate manufacturers, not connected in any way apart from the fact that they are Ukrainian. So the aim of this video really is to just try and show some level of support. I know there's lots of charitable causes that you could donate to, but one of the ways we can potentially support the Ukrainian people is through maintaining our support for their business links. Now I've featured at least 2 of them already to some degree on the channel, but I just thought I'd run through it again, and I'll also put a link in the description below to their Etsy stores, with the hope that as soon as this situation can be resolved, that we can support them through purchasing their products. Now all 3 of them have actually suspended sales on their Etsy stores. If you go onto the Etsy stores, they all claim that it's temporary, and we all hope that that is the case. And certainly in one instance, they've actually said that they hope to resume manufacturing and sales as soon as possible, and we should stick with them. And so that's what prompted me really to do this, is to profile what they do, put the links in the video, and hopefully we'll be able to support them in that manner. So the first company is a company called BPS Knives, and in one of my more recent videos I profiled this bushcraft knife. So welcome to look at that video. I'm not going to go into detailed reviews, I'm just really talking about the companies themselves. Now this company's taken an approach to producing affordable products, so they're aiming at the sort of lower end of the budget, but they're making very functional, good quality, and highly recommended products. This is a very functional knife, and for people who are on a limited budget but still want a more traditional looking blade, then I highly recommend this knife. So this company is called BPS Knives, and they have been up until recently selling their products on an Etsy store, and I'll have the link below. So the second company that I will profile today is known by 2 names. Both I think are interchangeable on the Etsy store, and it's Kharkiv Forge, and obviously they're based in Kharkiv, and the other name they go by is Fadir tools. Now their approach to their manufacturing is actually aimed at the other end of the budget spectrum. They produce extremely high quality products. These tools are quite incredible really. So they make quite a range of axes, they also do knives and leather work, etc. So the only thing I have is the axe, well, apart from the leather work that went with that. And all I can say is, regardless of the design, in terms of quality, this axe is almost unparalleled, I would say. This company definitely seems to focus on producing very, very high quality products. They're not cheap, but you really do get what you pay for in this instance. They have a whole range. They have finished style axes, they have American felling axes, down to small hatchets. Now, beautifully made. They've stained the handles, the wedges all finished off very nicely. The forging of the metal is really, really well done. It's very even, very uniform. It's got a nice rough texture, but not lumpy. Sometimes these sort of hand forged actually have lumps that can get rusty. This is just a sort of even texture. The blade came razor sharp with a mirror finish, just beautifully finished. I can't recommend this axe in terms of quality enough. It came with probably the best quality sheath that I've come across for an off-the-shelf item. Very thick leather, thick welt, very well stitched, very well made. There's not been any cost cutting on this sheath. This one also came with a belt loop, just a standard. It wasn't an extra, it just came with that. So in terms of what you're actually getting for your money, you can be guaranteed you're going to get a very high quality item. So once again, this company is Fadir Tools or Kharkiv Forge, and the link will be below. Now if you have a bit more to spend, then you won't be disappointed. And then the third item that I would like to profile is this stamp, and this is a stamp that I got for my leatherworking projects that I've sometimes featured on this channel. And I got this from another company, also from Etsy, also based in Ukraine, and I think they're in Kharkiv as well, not 100% sure. They're called Stamps Custom, and I've already ordered 2 of these. Very well made. It's a brass stamp, fully cut out with my logo. It has a steel shaft here, which is actually detachable as well, so you could put this into a press, but in this format you strike the back of the steel shaft. Very well made. Has an arrow on the shaft, so you know which side is the bottom of your design for when you're holding it on the leather. All these companies were very good at communicating. If you had any questions, they could all communicate fluently in English. Very good to communicate, or responded very quickly. There was no hassle in making the purchases, and all the products arrived well packaged and within the delivery times that they suggest on Etsy, which can be a little bit longer because obviously they're shipping from Eastern Europe around the world, but they all the ones I bought all arrived well within time. So I think in conclusion, I'll just like to say, I hope this video comes across in the spirit that it's meant, is that I really would like to do what I can, and I think the outdoor camping community, bushcraft community, we like good equipment, and we like supporting good companies. And I think all the 3 that I've profiled today, I can only recommend the products I bought from them. I can't even begin to understand what they're going through, but I want to try and do what I can to support them. So at some point in the future, when things have calmed down, if we can support these companies to get back on track, I think that's one of the areas, or one of the ways we can help them. So I really hope that this will reach some people in the spirit that it's intended, and my thoughts, and hopefully all your thoughts, go out to the poor people affected by this conflict. Once again, if anybody wants to add in any additional good causes that they feel is appropriate to this content, then feel free to add it into the comments below. I think anything will be appreciated and will be helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.